the largest port in the UK when you take into account the 4 ports around the Humber, what they're importing and exporting. The value of goods is huge, and the number of people working both directly in the ports but in the supply chain. Basically, the Humber's the gateway for the whole of the M62 corridor for anything going into Europe. So all the manufacturing commercial businesses on the M62, all of those goods are funneling outwards through Immingham, Grimsby and Hull.
It's a global industry, so what we're saying to youngsters who want to get into this industry, right at this moment in time, the Humber is really the epicentre of the renewables and maritime industry.
I started a career in the marine industry as a cadet, as officer cadet, and it's taken me around the world and brought me back to being on land. And that's an amazing journey to be able to follow through with. So don't make your career path small, make it the world.
So many different roles in the maritime career, you can get to see the world. I have students who leave me at 16 and then I'll get a message from them or an email from them from off the coast of Argentina 6 months later where they're on a bulk transport, and there's very few jobs where you can see that.
If you want to be joining a ship in say the Philippines, and then within 2 or 3 years being in charge of a ship for 8 hours a day where you've got 40 people on board, or if you went on a cruise ship you might have 1,000 people on board, and have real true responsibility at a really young age. You know, you might be in charge of a watch at 21 and you might be moving 400,000 barrels of oil across the ocean. Well, that's serious responsibility, and with that comes a lot of skill and a lot of maturity, and it opens up a lot of doors.
As part of this job, we do a first year where we spend time with the berthing crew, so we spend a lot of time outside, but then we go to South Shields College and we do a professional diploma in shipping and maritime studies, which is about 9 months up there, and we do about 27 exams I think in that time.
I looked into it a bit more. There was an open day that weekend at Fleetwood Nautical College. I went along and I thought, yeah, this is the job for me. Then I applied to all the shipping companies that were available at the time, and from there I got offered a cadetship with Anglo Eastern, and I did my cadetship there and progressed through the ranks to now.
SOLAS was introduced, which is safety of life at sea, and they decide that you need to do relevant training to make you safer to obviously work in that sort of environment, because it's completely different to working on land. You know, you've got unstable platforms, etc. And so what they introduced was sea survival, basic sea survival, which we actually instruct at the company where I work for.
An apprenticeship in maritime, there are some basic units which they learn, so communications, radio is the same, whether it's workboats, whether it's fishing, whether it's working on a ferry, it's all the same. Navigation's the same. There are lots of units which are the same and directly transferable to another discipline within the industry.
You've got your 1-day personal survival techniques, as I mentioned, is actually learning how to survive in a life raft. You know, in the event where you might have had to abandon your vessel. You do a 2.5-day firefighting course, because you could be on board a bigger cruise ship where you may be looking for passengers, where you do search techniques. You also learn how to extinguish fires, from oil fires to carbonaceous class A fires, to actually going in teams, putting out possible engine room fires or generator rooms.
So a day in my life would consist of navigating from midnight until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then looking after the cargo, doing the cargo work from midday until 6 o'clock in the evening. That would be a typical day.
And then you can get careers from that where you can live abroad, you could live in Singapore, you could live in Australia. If you want to move around the world and see the world, it's a great career for that.
As a second officer, I'm responsible for sailing the ship in my watch, which is the 8 to 12 watch. And then I have other responsibilities around the ship as well, so maintaining the life-saving equipment and general maintenance of the vessel.
Within the maritime industry, there's no 2 days that are the same. You could have different ships every day, and it's so unpredictable that anything could happen.
The new apprenticeship, which is called the Trailblazer, the new standard, will have 90% funding no matter what the age. So government will pay 90% and the company taking on an apprentice will be required to pay 10%.
You need to sell that you don't necessarily have to stay at sea all your life. I did 10 years and then I've not been to sea since, but it's opened up a whole world of opportunity for me. So if you're prepared to make some sacrifices early in your career, but still see the world, then it's a fantastic opportunity. Really.
So whether you're on board as a deckhand, or if you're a steward or a stewardess, or even a beautician, because the sky's the limit. You could join a cruise ship as a childminder, for instance, or a lifeguard. There's more diverse jobs at sea.
Our training centre provides accommodation for the classroom-based training. So apprentices would come to Whitby and stay in old-fashioned homely lodgings. Mums like to know that they're cared for. We have a pastoral care team who oversees them out of training hours, and the boys get on very well. They have a lot of support.
And it is the fact that apprenticeships are for everyone, no matter what their age, their background, or what their dream job happens to be. There is a way up there using an apprenticeship.
In the long run, I'd like to be a harbour master. I know that I'm going to have to start further down and just work and work to get to that point.
Keep options open, look at what you're interested in and do what you love.
The companies and those career opportunities might take you all around the world.
Get those basic qualifications at school, but however good or not so good they turn out to be at 16 and at 18, have a look around you. There are a lot of opportunities in apprenticeships here in Humberside.
It's not a 9-to-5 job. You'll get to see the world, big responsibility at a young age, and you get well paid.